We're going to talk about O.J. Simpson, and we're going to speak about what's being reported in the news. So give me a moment just to check my sound. As I play my disclaimer, we're going to check the sound again. So thanks for being patient with me. Give me 1 second. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the share button. Don't forget to try and support the page. Let's listen in and see if the sound is going to work this time. So press 1 if the sound is okay. Press 2 if the sound is a little muffled. So let's get into the disclaimer. Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. I hope you're having a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Let's get to it. What is the hot topic that's going on YouTube or Instagram? Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. Thank you for all your love and support. Okay, so we're going to play this clip that's coming straight from the news. They're going to talk about what has transpired within the last 6 months, 8 months of what's going on with O.J. Simpson. Let's listen in.
Has died at the age of 6, his family putting out this statement just moments ago. On April 10th, our father, Orenthal James Simpson, succumbed to his battle with cancer. He was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. During this time of transition, his family asks that you please respect their wishes for privacy and grace. And as for the Simpson family, apparently was battling cancer, Sandra, and as I think you had said that you'd seen him recently, and he had looked fairly frail in the last few months.
Yeah, prostate cancer that he was not able to overcome, obviously, and I believe it was a TMZ camera that stopped him and asked if he would enter hospice care, and to which he replied no. He's 76 years old. He began to look very frail during his cancer battle. Clearly, everything you just described about his later part of his life overshadowed his early football success. I mean, this was O.J. Simpson, Buffalo Bills, 11 seasons in the NFL, but all that professional success obviously overshadowed by his trial and controversial acquittal for the murders of his former wife, Nicole Brown, and her friend, Ron Goldman. I mean, we all have our memories going back to those days. I know you have yours. We can picture the white Bronco and the police chase. And why was that a time, 1995, Dana?
Indeed. Yes, I was a waitress at the time when that jury decision came down. But also, I mean, to look back.
Please hit the like button, everyone, as you're coming in. Please hit the like button. Please share. Of course, I had to stop it, play it, stop it, play it. So there's no issues. But yes, unfortunately, it's being reported that O.J. Simpson has passed away at age 76. It's being reported in regards to his battle with cancer. Let's continue.
Before all of that happened, he had a pretty incredible football career. He won the Heisman Trophy in 1968. He was playing for the University of Southern California. He set numerous records there, as I'm sure the sports fans amongst us will be able to tell me. He was inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1985. And then, you might not, I don't know if do you remember he was an actor?
Yeah.
Yes, and he was in, what was that movie?
I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Naked Gun. That's the one I'm remembering.
But I know that was part of his very complicated career before all of this happened. Someone who knows a lot about that is Jim Gray, Dana. He is joining us now.
Oh, great.
Jim, I know you've gotten the news. O.J. Simpson dead at the age of 76 following his prostate cancer battle.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to process this because such an amazing football career. Broadcasting career, and then overshadowed by the conviction of civil charges on the killing of Ron Brown and Nicole Brown Simpson. Ron Goldman. I knew O.J. quite well when I worked at CBS.
Please like the video as you come in, please.
Worked at NBC, and they would send me to his games, and he would end up giving me a ride home from the airport, ride to the game, spent several meals together. And I never saw a guy who enjoyed his public persona more than O.J. Simpson. He would show up at a place and everybody would light up. Then, of course, he was acquitted on those charges, but accused of murder. And I never spoke to him again after that time.
Oh, is that right?
I did see him at a fight one night. Yeah, I did see him at a fight one night, but our paths did not cross. But a very disturbing, complicated life.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson had.
Tell us about his early football talents. At the University of Southern California, indeed, winning the Heisman, setting numerous records.
He was a great football player, a great running back. He had the single-season rushing record for a long, long time in the National Football League that was broken by Eric Dickerson. In 1984, Dickerson's record still stands to this day, 2105, but O.J. Was the first running back in the National Football League to eclipse 2,000 yards in a single season. Hasn't happened too much in the National Football League history, and he had that record. And he was a bigger-than-life figure when he...
And please note how you feel in regards to everything that has transpired in regards to OJ over the last 10, 15 years, the last 20 years, how you feel about what transpired, the Broncos situation, his items being taken, he served time in jail. There's just been a lot that's happened in the last 25 years. Of course, his family did put out a statement in regards to his passing. And then remember, he had did a quick video in regards to, many people were saying in regards to hospice. I'm going to play that clip real quick. And that way I'm mixing it up a little bit in regards to what's going on. I'm taking this clip from the Neighborhood Talk. No, actually, this is coming from Hollywood Unlocked. So let's play that clip in regards to his thoughts on what people were saying about him around the time that the Super Bowl was going on. So let's play that clip real quick, and then I'll continue with this clip.
Hospice? Hospice? You talking about hospice? No, I'm not in any hospice. I don't know who put that out there, but whoever put that out there, I guess it's like the Donald say, can't trust the media. In any event, I'm hosting a ton of friends for the Super Bowl here in Las Vegas. All is well, you know. So, hey, guys, take care. Have a good Super Bowl weekend.
And that was him around the time of the Super Bowl. So let's continue with the clip.
Came to the University of Southern California. He kind of lit up. He kind of lit up the playing field, and he kind of took Hollywood by storm. He was one of those guys that had this magnetism that attracted everybody to him, and had a big smile, had a tremendous career in commercials with Hertz, amongst others, and running through airports. And he was an icon in football. And he went on to have a broadcasting career with ABC and NBC, appeared regularly with Howard Cosell, and he was a fixture. He was a fixture and had a spotlight in America on television because of what he had done on the football field, and was also in some movies.
Yeah, and a lot of Hertz commercials I kind of remember as well. Jim, do you sort of remember going back to that moment in time when you learned that he was accused of these heinous murders? I mean, this was somebody you knew.
Please hit the like button, everyone, as you come in.
And as you just described, this big personality who would stop the room when he walked in it and light up the room. I mean, what do you remember going back to that moment in time when you learned he was accused of this?
It was hard to believe, because I had been in O.J.'s company hundreds of times, and I'd never seen him have a bad public moment. He had signed every autograph. He smiled for everybody. He shook every hand. He was available. He was accessible. He was seemingly very comfortable with his celebrity. I knew Nicole, had played softball in their 4th of July softball games, been over to his house on numerous occasions. Obviously had a double life. I did not know of any of the domestic abuse that had been going on. So I was shocked when I heard this about O.J. Simpson, and the more and more evidence that came out, it just became more and more shocking. I didn't know about any of the extracurricular activities that he might have had with any drug involvement or anything like that. So, you know, it was all a huge surprise, and you know, it was shocking and it was sad for those of us who did know him to learn that this had gone on and the depth of it. So, yeah, it was very, very hard to reconcile. And as the years have gone on, you know, it didn't make it any easier. How could a guy be like this that you thought you knew, yet like this that you didn't know? And so, like I said, a very strange, complicated, disturbing life. And it's, you know, hate to see anybody die, particularly somebody who you know, you had known quite well, but
I can hear Jim.
I don't really have the words for that right here, because, you know, it's just, you know, you just, how do you sum up someone's life like this?
Yeah, and we appreciate the raw emotion of it, and you, of course, we're going to be here to talk about the Masters and how exciting that is. And this news just breaking again: O.J. Simpson, born September 9th, 1947, has passed away from complications from cancer. His family says he was surrounded by them. They've asked for privacy at this time. Just talking a little bit about, you know, the not guilty verdict. It was incredibly controversial. It sparked a lot of conversation about race and celebrity and the criminal justice system. He actually then wrote a book titled If I Did It, and that was marketed as this hypothetical account of how he would have committed the murders, and that was a very controversial issue as well. And then had gone on, you know, he had additional problems with the law, Sandra, in 2008, convicted of armed robbery.
Please hit the like button as you come in.
And yet he was still always out there, as Jim was just saying. When he knew him before all of that happened, that he really loved his public persona. He loved being out there. And I think that was even true even the last several years. We've seen that as well.
So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Speaking of the sports world, O.J. Simpson, we have just learned, has died after a battle with cancer. He was 76 years old. Our Mark Brown takes a look back at his life.
O.J. Simpson, famous for his athleticism as a football player and personality as an entertainer, and infamous for the crimes he was accused of committing. Born Orenthal James Simpson in San Francisco, July 9th, 1947. Simpson gained national attention as a running back at the University of Southern California, winning the Heisman Trophy his senior year.
Well, our strong point, I think, is just team attitude. I would say the guys don't want to lose. We feel we can beat anybody, you know, anytime.
Please hit the like button as you come in.
Simpson was the number one pick in the 1969 NFL Draft, selected by the Buffalo Bills. He won MVP in 1973 after becoming the first NFL player to run for 2,000 yards in a season. Simpson played 11 years in the NFL, 9 with Buffalo, the final 2 with his hometown San Francisco 49ers.
Of course, we're talking about O.J. Simpson has passed away, unfortunately, in regards to his battle with cancer. Everyone, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you, Andrew. I really appreciate you being here. Let's continue with the video.
He went into the Hall of Fame in 1985.
It really is secondary if you win or lose. It's how you play the game in life and on the field that really matters.
Simpson's popularity on the football field translated into a successful acting career with such movies as The Towering Inferno, Capricorn 1, and the Naked Gun trilogy. He showed off his running ability in commercials for Hertz rental cars. He was also a sports broadcaster.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. I always wanted to play with this guy, and I'm on a team that is a pretty exclusive team at that.
O.J. Simpson married his first wife, Marguerite Whitley, in 1967. They had 3 children together. The couple divorced in 1979. In 1985, Simpson married Nicole Brown. They had 2 children together. In 1989, Simpson pleaded no contest to spousal abuse. The couple divorced in 1992. It was on June 12, 1994, that Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman were found stabbed and slashed to death outside her Brentwood home.
Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit the share button. As you know, as you're coming in, everyone's reporting on O.J. Simpson has passed away. Everyone knows we have to stop it, play it, so that way there's no issue. Let's continue.
Gathering evidence, police issued an arrest warrant for O.J. Simpson. He was expected to turn himself in, but instead became the subject of the now infamous low-speed pursuit. He was the passenger in a white Ford Bronco driven by former teammate Al Cowlings in a 2-hour chase.
This is AC. I have O.J. in the car.
After leaving attorney Robert Kardashian's Encino home, Cowlings and Simpson drove into Orange County, the chase ending at Simpson's Brentwood home on Rockingham Avenue, where Simpson eventually surrendered. The next year, O.J. Simpson was tried for the murders of Brown and Goldman in what was called the trial of the century. Simpson's dream team of attorneys included Johnny Cochran, who aimed to convince the jury that a bloody glove found at the crime scene did not belong to O.J. Simpson.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
After a nearly 9-month trial and less than 4 hours of deliberations, the jury reached a verdict in October of 1995. Judge Lance Ito had the jury wait a day to allow attorneys who had left town to return. The LAPD went into full tactical alert, setting up barricades outside the criminal courts building. And the next day, the jury came back with not guilty verdicts for Simpson.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson.
For Simpson's team, relief, while the families of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman were in disbelief, and Simpson supporters in the crowd outside the courtroom let out a cheer.
Please like the video as you're coming in. Please like the video as you're coming in.
However, a 1997 civil trial found Simpson liable for the wrongful deaths of Brown and Goldman, and he was ordered to pay $33.5 million in damages. In September of 2007, Simpson was arrested for armed robbery in Las Vegas. Simpson led a group of men into a room at the Palace Station Hotel Casino to recover sports memorabilia he said had been stolen from him.
You know, I wasn't there to hurt anybody. I just wanted my personal things, and I realized I was stupid of me.
In October 2008, O.J. Simpson was found guilty.
Verdict. We, the jury, in the above entitled case, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson as follows. Count 1, conspiracy to commit a crime. Guilty.
Simpson was sentenced to 33 years in prison.
Wow.
He served nearly 9 years in Lovelock Correctional Center in Nevada before being released on parole in October of 2017. It was in June 2019 that Simpson returned to the public eye, this time on social media. Mark Brown, ABC 7, Eyewitness News.
So thanks for tuning in. Thanks
Again,
for supporting the
that news
channel.
Just
Don't
breaking,
forget to
O.J.
like, to
Simpson
comment,
dead at 76
and
years
subscribe.
old. We will have continuing coverage
Everyone
on this
have a
story
great
throughout
day.
the day right here on Eyewitness News.